9 classic women's watches that are worth the investment. Welcome to Luxify. We talk about fashion, luxury, and basically all the best things life has to offer. Welcome to our video listing 9 classic women's watches that are worth the investment. A timepiece will never age. A good watch will not only accompany you your whole life, but you'll also be able to pass it down to your daughters. That is why it is worth investing in a timepiece that has amazing quality and will never go out of style. The watches I'll show you here are timeless. They are some of the best watches you will ever find. Some can be difficult to find and purchase, but others that are just as iconic will be way easier to buy. I'll link them all below in the description box. At the end of the video, there is a bonus fact about the process of buying one of the world's most exclusive watches. So without further ado, here are 9 classic women's watches that are worth the investment. If you are new here, welcome. Please subscribe and follow us on Instagram at luxify.com. Number 9. Chopard Happy Diamonds Watch. Since 1976 and the invention of the first Happy Diamonds watch, dancing diamonds have been lighting up the collection. Most of all, Happy Diamonds watches are fun and playful. This is a not-so-serious timepiece. Whirling within the transparency of 2 sapphire crystals, it gives the impression that the diamonds are in direct contrast with the skin. The famous timepiece is now treated to a new long, supple leather strap, which wraps itself around the wrist twice. Little diamonds can do great things. For almost half a century, this watch has been one of the most popular women's timepieces offered by the brand. This Happy Diamonds watch is sold for $9,010. Number 8. Longines Master Collection Watch. As a traditional watchmaking company, Longines has been producing exceptional timepieces since the very beginning. Today, the Longines Master Collection is the perfect illustration of this corporate ethos, as can be seen from the success enjoyed by this range since it was launched in 2005. All fitted with self-winding movements, the various models in the collection offer many special features. The Longines Master Collection brings together the classic elegance and excellent quality which never cease to delight those who appreciate exceptional timepieces. This is a classic and timeless watch that will take you through your whole life. This Longines Master Collection watch is sold for $4,275. Number 7. Piaget Possession Watch. Among the most collectible women's timepieces from the latter half of the 20th century are Piaget watches, made with natural stone dials. One of the most distinct versions of these watches is made using malachite, with its easily identifiable striped green patterns. One thing that is certain with a stone watch of this type is that no two are exactly the same, as the pattern of each stone is different. There are watches made in different stones and leather bands. The most iconic ones have a diamond set bezel. This diamond possession watch is sold for $15,800, but the versions without diamonds start at $5,050. Number 6. Bulgari Serpenti Watch. Empowered by fascinating myths, since ancient times, the snake, an emblem of wisdom, rebirth, and vitality, is a constant presence in jewelry. Bulgari was one of the first 20th century jewelers to turn this millenary motif into a watch timepiece. In the models of the late 1940s, the supple body was of polished yellow gold, either in the flexible toboggan band or in a gold mesh. Then the serpent toboggan versions explored every possible shape of case and dial, while materials ranged from gold to steel. Whether in a realistic or geometrically abstract manner, the snake wins along Bulgari's history as an embodiment of its hallmarks: love for color, juxtaposing materials, unmistakable wearability, and state-of-the-art goldsmith techniques. The Serpenti Toboggan watch is sold for $10,600, while the Serpenti Seduttori in stainless steel is sold for $7,350. If you are enjoying this video so far, please subscribe to my channel, so I can continue to bring you the best content about fashion and luxury living. Number 5. Rolex Oyster Watch. Watches in the Oyster Perpetual range are direct descendants of the original Oyster, the world's first waterproof wristwatch, on which Rolex has built its reputation since 1926. These watches benefit from all the fundamental features of the Oyster collection: excellent chronometric precision, a waterproof Oyster case, and self-winding of the movements via a perpetual rotor. Displaying hours, minutes, and seconds made exclusively of Oyster steel and featuring a sophisticated finish, these are chronometer wristwatches in their purest form. The aesthetics of the Oyster perpetual models set them apart as symbols of universal and classic style. They embody timeless form and function, firmly rooted in the pioneering origins of the Rolex. One of the most coveted watches in the world and a watch that will never go out of style, the prices start at around $7,500. Number 4. Cartier Tank Watch. Designed after the shape of tanks on the battlefield of World War I, this legendary watch was and still is a symbol of understated elegance. The watch somehow manages to be both rectangular and square, borrowing lines from its namesake, and it has remained a part of the Cartier catalog since it was created in 1917. The purity of its lines and its elegance allows for all types of creative versions. The tank has had a legion of A-list celebrity wearers, including Jacqueline Onassis, Andy Warhol, and more recently, Michelle Obama. You can choose between the steel or leather bracelet. This watch is classic, elegant, and really is a staple for everyday wear. This tank must-watch in steel is sold for $3,200. Number 3. Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Watch. In 1930, Cesar de Trey was challenged to find a way to protect the glass of a watch for polo players during matches. De Trey's idea was inspired, a case that could be flipped over. He approached his friend Jacques-David LeCoultre to produce the watch, and the pair engaged René Alfred Chavot to design it, and so the Reverso was born. The swiveling concept turns the reverse side into a second expression of time, either with a second time zone or simply another style. Famed for its elegance, engineering, and most notably the flippable dial, this year marks the design's 91st birthday, proof that classic design only gets better with age. The beautiful and timeless Reverso Classic monophase watch is sold for $5,450. Number 2. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Watch. With its steel case, octagonal bezel, tapisserie dial, and integrated bracelet, the Royal Oak overturned the prevailing code in 1972 and took its rightful place as a modern icon. The octagonal bezel, with its 8 hexagonal screws, has become the collection's trademark. One of the most iconic watches of all time, the Royal Oak is a high-end watch, adapted to the wearer's lifestyle, and not the other way around. This is a sporty watch that is the epitome of luxury timepiece. The 34mm self-winding Royal Oak in stainless steel is sold for $22,400. Number 1. Patek Philippe Nautilus Watch. With the rounded octagonal shape of its bezel, the ingenious porthole construction of its case, and its horizontally embossed dial, the Nautilus has epitomized the elegant sports watch since 1976. 40 years later, it comprises a splendid collection of models for men and women. In steel, rose gold, white gold, or two-tone combinations, they accompany the most active lifestyles with incomparable class. With one of the best craftsmanship in the world, every Patek Philippe watch is finished by hand. The brand is so exclusive, it is reported that they have produced less than 1 million watches since the company was founded in 1851. The Nautilus epitomizes the brand's commitment to perfection. This is probably the most amazing watch you will ever find. Of course, a watch like this would not be cheap. The prices vary a lot, depending on the model and specifications, but you can expect the price to be upwards of $50,000. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite. Comment below which brands you would like to know more about. And for sticking with us this far, here is some bonus information. In order to buy a Patek Philippe watch, you first have to be approved by the company. Do you know the whole process you have to go through when buying a Birkin bag? It is basically the same thing when it comes to Patek Philippe watches. Before you are allowed to buy the watch you want, the authorized Patek Philippe dealer may put you through a small process to prove to them you are a local client and that you are not affiliated with the watch business. They do that because of the high demand and low supply of the watches, and when it comes to the more exclusive models, the process of buying one is even harder. Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime was released in 2016 and features 20 complications. In order to have a chance at owning one, you need to apply to purchase it. Those who have applied will then be carefully selected by the Stern family. The reason for this is that Patek Philippe wants to ensure that the watches only go to collectors who genuinely appreciate and value them. This process can take up to 2 years. Thank you for spending some time with us, and make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. In return, I'll provide you with the best content about fashion, travel, and luxury living. See you soon!